welcome to STEM Chats Tips and Tricks. Top tips for making an impact. Make a commitment to make the world a better place. If you really want this to happen, you'll find ways to do it. With creativity, with ingenuity, you'll find a way. But we need to be convinced first that it matters and that it's really worthwhile. Make a commitment and then reflect on this from time to time. Reflect on, how am I doing with this? How am I doing? What have I done so far? What more could I do to help people? Or what am I already doing that I could do in a way that is more impactful, helping more people, being more considerate of others, embodying better the change I want to see in the world? Impact can come from both our personal life and our professional life, and the balance may change over time. Maybe for some amount of time, you'll need to prioritize family responsibilities. Maybe for a stretch of time, work will take the back burner. Other moments, you'll need to take a job that makes more money, even though it's not the most enjoyable thing. Other times, work will take precedence. These things are normal. This is part of life, but it's good to remember that ultimately, taking care of your family and friends and fulfilling your personal responsibilities is what will make you happiest and often have the greatest impact as well. All else being equal, try to choose projects that have the highest quality of impact. Time is short and it's up to us to make the most of it. This reminds me of a clip from a Kanye West interview. Check it out.
Hurricane-proof homes. Soon as we figure out collectively how to fix that, that works for Haiti. That works for the Dominican Republic. That works for third world countries around the world. The amount of energy and engineers that went into turning the iPhone camera from one camera to two, and guess what we got here? We got 3 cameras on you. That takes super long to take a photo if anybody got the new iPhone. But the amount of information and thought that went into that can fix the Bahamas, can fix Haiti. So many people at MIT. Let me tell you, MIT right now, y'all in a box. They have you in a box. You can save the world, but you are working on things that are too small. Take a step back. Stop worrying about your college, your loans. Stop worrying about what job that they got waiting for you in Silicon Valley. MIT, you can save the world. Kids in college, you can save the world. I'll put my life on this interview right now.
Setting a clear order and priorities will multiply time and accomplish more. Everything we do takes time and money. We have limited resources. We need to think carefully about how we spend those resources, even if the money is not our own. Set priorities and be courageous in living according to the order of these priorities. It takes grit to do this, but you'll reach a lot further and be a lot happier. Prioritize people over numbers. Often impact is assessed in numbers, but those numbers often fail to capture the true quality of impact and depth of impact. It can take a lot more work and time to gather that real data, but the best impact leads to people changing their lives for the better. A good way to accomplish this is to prioritize building and sustaining real friendships. Often, when people talk about what has helped them, they recall some life-changing moments, and those life-changing moments most often involve another person. It's a trusted friend, it's a teacher, it's a mentor, it's a family member. Nothing beats the human touch. Look for ways you can help. Be need-driven. Find ways you can address needs as opposed to coming up with solutions that lack a problem. Some of you may have already discovered a passion. Others might have too many passions. Others haven't really pinpointed one yet. The best way to discover it or to act on it is not to sit there locked in our own heads, trying to figure out what it is or what best to do theoretically, but to try to be useful to the needs you see around you. Try to see how you can help, and then jump in. Often we discover passion in action. For big impact, value the small stuff. A great way to maximize your impact and to ensure it's true and lasting is to have an impact on the lives of those around you. Start with your own family. Start with those closest to you. And from there, grow out to all the people that you cross paths with each day. There's really no better medium for impact than personal contact, face-to-face interaction and helping people one by one. It's important that we work to address issues on a systemic level, on a broader level, on a policy level, but sometimes these grand designs for impact may never play out, or if it does, the real impact can be hard to assess. And also, normally it's distant, where it's hard to really enkindle hearts and inflame minds, which is what leads to the most life-changing impact. If you really want to make the world better, number one, put love into everything that you do, the big and the small. And number two, make someone smile each day. Joy is contagious. Spread joy. Joy presupposes love and peace and bubbles out in a way that you can't contain. Lastly, start within. For all of this to take place, you really need to want it to happen. You need to be convinced that it's worthwhile, even at the cost of time, of energy, of what would be easier. It's worth it. To maximize your impact, you need to make a personal decision to live for others. To live for others and not just for yourself or for some vain dream, but to dream bigger. To dream bigger so that you'll always have a lasting impact. And in the meantime, you'll also be happier, and little by little, you'll be surrounded by people who are happier too. STEM Chats exists to empower women in STEM. Follow us for more information, and if you would like to help us make this dream a reality, please get in touch.